Sometimes I forget that I'm actually here for school and I need to do work. March was pretty eventful. It started with a trip to Brussels, which was amazing. It was me, Kayla, Brianna, Emma, Alyssa, and Haley all went.
Days alone, nights ashore. It's crazy world, you and me call life. Taking off across the sea. Touchdown, city full of lights.
We did a little exploring and we found this really cool building. Brianna and Emma and I went in and explored around, and then on the way back to the hostel we found this really cool park that we walked around in a little bit. Moral of the story, Brussels is beautiful.
Just what I wanted, on my mind. Looked around, you're just what I wanted. Just what I wanted, just what I wanted. Now I'm alright, now I'm alright. Just what I wanted, just what I wanted. You're just what I wanted, on my mind. Looked around, you're just what I wanted. Just what I wanted. You're just what I wanted. Now I'm alright.
On the second day, we went to this place called the Atomium, which is basically this giant model of an atom. It was really cool. You get to like walk around inside and like see all the sights from the top. And that's also where we got our first Belgian waffles, which were amazing, and our first Belgian fries, which were also amazing. And I think this is when I decided that I wanted to move to Belgium.
Floating up like there's water on the beach. I'm the desert, you're the shining sea. Just what I wanted, you're just what I wanted. Just what I wanted, on my mind. Looked around, you're just what I wanted. You're just what I wanted. Just what I wanted. Now I'm alright. Now I'm alright. Just what I wanted. Just what I wanted. You're just what I wanted. On my mind. Looked around, yeah. Just what I wanted. Just what I wanted. You're just what I wanted. Now I'm alright. Now I'm alright.
So we did some more exploring, which led us to this place called Mary's Chocolate, which was the first chocolate place in Belgium that was owned by a woman. And of course it was the best chocolate in Brussels. We were on our way to the chocolate museum and we stumbled upon this place called the Grande Place, which I'm pretty sure is like the main square, but really pretty.
Just what I wanted. Come on, come on. You're just what I wanted. On my mind. You're just what I wanted. You are. You're just what I wanted. On my mind. Come on. On my mind. Just what I wanted. Just what I wanted. You're just what I wanted.
And after kind of walking around there for a while, we came to the chocolate museum, which was kind of underwhelming, but we got a lot of free chocolate, so that was fun. We went to this place called the Drug Opera for dinner, which was actually a really fancy place, and I got some pretty life-changing pesto pasta there, so that was worth it. Then we went to this bar called Delirium, which is apparently pretty famous. It's this bar with 3 floors and something like 2,000 beers on tap, which is pretty crazy. I only got 1 beer, but that's alright. It was good.
Coming out to the light of day, we got many moons that are deep in place. So I keep an eye on the shadow, smile to see what it has to say. You and I both know everything must go away. What do you say?
the third day we got more waffles in the morning, of course, and we found this statue that apparently when you like rub a hand or like some part of it, it means that you'll come back to Brussels someday. So we each rubbed the hand like 10 times. So that was on the way to this thing called the Mannequin Peace, which is basically a fountain, and it's a statue of a little boy peeing, and they dress it up every day and it's really famous. So that was interesting.
Dark necessities are part of my design. Stumble down to the parking lot. You got no time for the afterthought. The lack ice cream for an astronaut. Well, that's me looking for weed.
We came across this really beautiful church and we got to explore the inside of it. And then we tried to find this place called the Comic Book Museum, but we either got lost or we were going to the wrong place, I don't know. But we found out that there's actually this kind of like walking tour where you can find all these murals that are like comic books. We did manage to find a few of those, but it started downpouring, so we just went back to our hostel. Well, we got more fries, and then we went back to our hostel to take a little nap, which turned into like a 3 or 4 hour nap, and we woke up just in time for dinner.
Of a maniac, so I move it in and we unpack. It's the same as yesterday. Anyway we flow, everything must go away. What do you say? Yeah. You don't know my mind, you don't know my kind. Dark necessities are part of my design. Tell the world.
The next morning we had a pretty early flight, so we went, but I think the most significant part about Brussels was all the chocolate places we went to. I can't even count how many chocolate places we went to, how much chocolate we ate, because they were all giving out free samples. It was amazing. Essentially my diet for the whole weekend was chocolate, Belgian fries, Belgian waffles, and beer. And then after Brussels, so we landed on Monday, and then Friday we went out for international night at the bar on campus, and I learned how dangerous it is to give piggyback rides. If you can see, I fell on my face and broke 3 of my teeth. But in the words of my taxi driver who drove me to the dentist during one of my appointments, it's a very authentic college story to bring home. No regrets. It's kind of hilarious at this point. But they're in the process of being fixed. I'm seeing a dentist right in town, and they've been pretty great. So it's kind of a long process though, because this one right there, I damaged the nerve, so I ended up having to get a root canal, which means I have to do internal bleaching, which takes like 3 different appointments. And then I think I'm gonna wait in all my teeth, and then we can start talking about the caps. So it's been a while since this actually happened. A lot of dentist appointments so far, but yeah, at least we're in the process and the end is in sight. But yeah, anyway, so the next day after my teeth happened, it was absolutely gorgeous out. The whole weekend was gorgeous actually. So Emma and Kayla and I went for a walk. There's like a path down by the river here, the Shannon River, and if you walk far enough, there's an old castle, and you can like walk up the stairs, and it's really pretty, so we did that, and there's gorgeous views from the top, so that was really fun. And then we walked a little farther and made some reluctant friends with some swans. So that was a nice, like, relaxing day.
Love might keep us here together. Whoa. Might be the one. Jump in a gun, but I feel like love could last forever. So love again and again. Yes, make some more. Give it away. You call me crazy. That's why you stay. Oh. Takes love to know love, doesn't it? Maybe we should learn for the fun of it. Ooh, baby, for the fun of it. La 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 la, love you all day like. Takes love to know love, doesn't it? Maybe we should learn for the fun of it. Ooh, baby, for the fun of it. La 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 la, love you all day. Wild love, ooh, you give me wild love. Ooh, I got you wild love. I really wanna la 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 love you all day.
The next day we went to this little town called Adair, which is supposedly the prettiest town in Ireland, which I can't really argue with because it was very nice.
Love for the fun of it. Love my ooh, baby, for the fun of it. La 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 la, love you all day like. Take love to know love, doesn't it? Maybe we should love for the fun of it. Love my ooh, baby, for the fun of it. La 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 la, love you all day. Wild love, ooh, I got you wild love. Ooh, you give me wild love. I really wanna la 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 love you all day. Love might be our redemption.
And then the next weekend was St. Patrick's Day, for which I went to Dublin with the International Society, and Felina and our friend Hunter and our friend Brienne came as well. And this was also the day that a lot of people had guests coming, so yeah, there were a lot of people in our dorm for a while, but it was fun.
To see if I can fly. I lit a house on fire just to see a painted sky. Did you know? Did you know? I've been running all my life. Sometimes they'll say you're crazy, sometimes they'll think you're strange. Maybe you're the one who found a way out of this cage. Here we go, let's go take apart this night.
That was the day before I got my root canal, and then the next weekend, all the guests left, and I think everyone was just kind of trying to relax and recover from the last week, so we just kind of did our own thing. I went for another walk down by the river with my mom's old, like, film camera. This thing. I brought like 10 cameras with me, but yeah, so I was just kind of playing around with it, getting some shots, so that was really nice.
And there's a ghost, living in my head. And there's a hope, murder in my bed. I'm young and wild. I'm young and wild.
That was pretty much it for March. It was another really good month.
'Cause every monster that they make was once a happy child.